תפילתם מהרה באהבה תקבל ברצון. What does Ishe Yisrael means? What's Ishe? Ishe comes from the word Esh. We're asking from God, God, please, our fire and our tefillot, accept them. I never saw a guy praying and before that lighting fire. You saw something like that? So what are you saying every day? Ve'ishe Yisrael tfilatam me'ela be'ava tekabel beratzon. Which fire we're lighting? Korbanot, there is no more. There is no more fire of korbanot. The answer is because korbanot, it's not the actual physical thing of lighting the fire. Not only that, it's the special feeling that you're supposed to have at the moment that you pray. This fire that you have to light up inside your heart at the moment that you pray. You understand? We're standing every day praying. Are we having the right kavanah every day? When we stand up and we pray, what are we thinking at that moment? About all the things that I'm supposed to do after I finish shul, right? Or about the phone that just ring, or about I don't know what that we can have in our mind. Say Chachamim, Ishe Yisrael, light up the fire of a little bit of kavanah. Put a little bit of meaning at the moment that you pray. And that's why all the concept of korbanot applies until today. Because korbanot, it's not only the actual slaughtering of the animal. It's more the intention that a person should have at the moment that he prays to God. I got to tell you, there was a great rabbi. His name was Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz. Chaim Shmuelevitz was already an old man. And they invite him. They told him, Rabbi, there is Sheva Berachot. Come and, Sheva Berachot of your grandson. Come to the Sheva Berachot. The rabbi came. And he was already a Gadol Ador. Everybody, respect him a lot. He was sitting in the main table. And they give him the kavod, the microphone. Please, Rabbi, say some words. The rabbi took the microphone, he stood up, and he started his speech. Rabotai, I got to tell you that I know that I am a great tzaddik. I am a great person. I learn Torah all the time. I prayed with kavanah. I give a lot of tzedakah. I do chesed to others. And he started to praise himself non-stop. People started to feel embarrassed. More, they started to think, this rabbi, probably the age, is already making hazit. And the rabbi continues praising himself. And then the rabbi said, but don't worry, I also have my small challenges. I know I have my small avirot over here. But overall, I am really a great person. And then the rabbi looked at the people. You already understood that the people are totally in shock. And he says, guys, whatever I just said is what each one of you and us, we think all the time. What do you think about yourself? You're a Rasha? No. Overall, I'm good. I come to shul. I put on tefillin. I pray. I even come to shiurim and shiurei Torah. I know I have this avera and that avera. But overall, said Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz, ay. The same way that when I was saying it out loud, you look at me like I'm an arrogant person. Ga'ava. That ga'ava applies to each one of us, Rabotai. By feeling this type of way. That's why when the Torah again speaks about korbanot, and like we just said a minute ago, korbanot is not something from the past. Korbanot, the idea of the korban is to apply it until today. The Torah writes, "Ve'efshit et ha'olah." You have to take this animal, this olah that you're sacrificing, and to cut it on pieces. I want you to take all your qualities and cut it on pieces. Don't look overall. Go in details. You're saying you pray? Did you pray with korbanot today or without korbanot? When you pray, you have the kavanah, at least in the first 3 berachot, or you know what, the first berachah of the Amidah, you have the kavanah from the beginning until the end or not? You were standing, you didn't spoke in between Kaddish or Hazara? Oh, you said that you're coming to Shurei Torah? When you learn Torah, you don't speak in the middle about something else and you're cutting and learning of Torah with Bitul Torah? And like that, if we go about every single detail that we do, that we think we're doing good, we can find that we have a lot to work on. And Rabotai, when we are thinking that way about ourselves, is the only way for us to be able to grow more. Take this olah, take this korban that you're giving to God, and separate it into pieces, and ask yourself how I can even give better for myself, from my effort for this mitzvah that I'm doing. I'm coming to shul every day, but how I can do it even better? I'm coming to shiur Torah, how I can do it even better? You're giving tzedakah? Yes. At the moment that you gave tzedakah, you give with all the heart to help someone else? Or you give it because, you know what, okay, 6 people today were collecting money. All right, yalla. Automatic it became. That's vehevshit et ta'olah. That's why, Rabotai, those weeks that we're entering now, those parashiot that we're going to talk about, Parashat Vayikra, Korbanot, we have to learn what's the message behind it. But there is one more point, and with this I'm done. The Torah writes, Ve'evi et ashamo. We have to bring our asham. There was a great rabbi by name Rabbi Yitzchak Zev Soloveitchik that he used to say, what a great message God is giving to each one of us. What? We think that if I have to go in details, I have no chance. I just give you an example. That all our mitzvot, shalom, they have a blemish. They have something that it's not 100%. And the question is, Chaz Shalom, a person can say, you know what, so I give up. I mean, it's impossible for me to arrange all the mitzvot, to arrange all my qualities. He says, no, ve'evi et ashamo. Your asham, one thing, one at a time. One action at a time, it's considered a whole entire korban that you're giving to God. You're taking one detail, one mitzvah, one thing that you want to make it better, and that's a whole korban that you bring to Borei Olam. Why? Because what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants is Echad HaMarbeh ve'Echad HaMam'it u'bilvad sheyichaven libo l'shamayim. For God, He doesn't care about the amount, how many mitzvot you're doing in total. God cares about the quality of the mitzvot. When you did it, how much effort you put on it. When you did this great mitzvah, if you did this effort, that values much more than 100 mitzvot that someone else did it so easily. Tov echad betzar, say the Gemara. It's better one action that he did with a little bit of suffering, mimea shelo betzar. There are 100 mitzvot that you did in an easy way. One day you're waking up in the morning and you're so tired, you couldn't sleep the whole night. And the phone is ringing, you know, the alarm clock is ringing. And you're waking up and you say, come on, I don't want to go to shul today. I want to pray home. And at that moment you control yourself and you say, no, I'm going to shul. Even if you're going and walking like a zombie, you know zombie? You're walking like a zombie. This mitzvah that you're doing today, it's like 100 times that you walk every single day to pray with the minyan. one action that you do b'tzad. I think I told you that I used to have a friend in yeshiva. We went to a wedding, and this friend of mine came back to the wedding. From the wedding, we all came back from the wedding. Most of us, we pray Arvit. We arrived to the dorm. We took a shower, pajamas, everything was ready, shutting off the lights. We're lying down in the bed. And then this friend said, "Oh my gosh, what happened? I forgot to pray Arvit." Now I knew the guy was exhausted already. His eyes was getting closed. And I said, "Okay, listen, stand up and pray Arvit." So I said, "What are you talking about?" 5 blocks away, we have a shul that they have minanim non-stop. It's called Shtiblach. Shtibel. Right? And they have minanim non-stop until 2, 3 a.m. sometimes. I don't know if to go, not to go. I said, "You crazy? You're going to go now, changing pajamas and everything?" But okay, if you want to go, tfadal. The guy stood up, he changed his clothing, and he walked all the way in the middle of the night. I'm talking, it was 2 a.m. for sure, to that shtibel to pray Arvit with the minyan, and he came back. Rabotai, this Arvit that this guy prayed counts all the Arvit that all of us were praying in our lives. Why? Because one mitzvah that you do, b'tzad, with suffering, tovim mimea shelo b'tzad. They're better than 100 mitzvot that we do without suffering. So Rabotai, korbanot is minashon lehakriv, to give from yourself. To be able to come closer by giving from yourself something. Give one thing, and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will accept it much more than all the mitzvot that we can imagine that when we do it in an automatic mode. Baruch Adonai Olam, amen ve'amen.